Welcome to the Stockee website tutorial. My name is Daniel and I'll be showing you the basic features of our website. Once we're logged on, we're straight on the dashboard. We can select different sites by clicking on the available sites. I only have 2 sites right now and we'll be working on the Stockee demo. It's only got one bin location, but that's just so you can see better in the demonstration. I don't have anything on there right now, so let me place an item on there. We can see that the site is online by hovering over the green symbol. If this site was offline, it'd show in red, and by hovering over, it'd show us when exactly date and time the machine was last seen by the website. If we go to the settings, we can see in the general tab all of the basic settings, the address, time zone, and so on. On the dashboard, we can see 2 buttons. They're mainly used for setup purpose. We'll have a separate video exactly to show you how to use those when you are setting up a new machine. Below, we can see the columns that we can tick and untick depending on what we want to do. I'll skip over the integration because this is mainly set up by your IT department. In a notification, we can decide if we want to receive an offline notification from the machine. If we tick, we have to then enter in an email address and confirm by pressing enter. You'll notice how the address changes. It's set into like a gray border. You can delete by pressing the X. Enter after we entered the email address. We can then decide if we want to receive an initial email or a reoccurring or both just by ticking. The initial will send an email 1 hour after the machine has gone offline if the machine is still on offline. So it has to be offline for 1 consecutive hour and then it'll send an email. With a reoccurring one, we could select the time, for example 6 p.m. So this is in 24 hours. So this would send every day at 6 p.m. It would check, is this machine online or offline? If it is offline, it would send you an email. Once you hit save, that's then saved to the website. Back to the dashboard. Now we can see that we've got a weight added. So what can we do with that weight now? We can set the item weight for that bin location because currently it's still showing on hand 0. So if we go into the edit mode up the top and on the little 3 buttons and edit, we can actually see this particular bin location hasn't actually been set up with an item weight yet. So we could go back and type in the weight in grams, or what we can do is we can use the little calculator here and just press, we inserted 1 and it'll automatically put it in. So if we had 3 items on there, for example, it would just divide it by 3 and give us the current item weight. We actually put 1 on there. We'll just say 1 minimum quantity and just put it as 1, 2. You can fill in a SKU number and any of the custom fields. And once you hit update, that will update and it'll tell us now got 1 on hand. So the machine will actually reorder anything that is at or below the minimum. So right now, this will reorder 1 more because our maximum is set to 2. In the calibrate section, we can offset the bin. We don't want to do that currently because we got an item sitting on there. But let me just clear this out and take the item off. So now we just gotta wait until this goes back to a lower value. Okay, so basically, the current weight on the platform is currently roughly 1.5 kilos, which is correct. That's what we're looking for roughly, because the bin itself and the platform underneath it weighs something. So to tell the machine, hey, this bin is currently empty, we just click use current weight and it puts the value up the top. We click update and our current weight will go back to 0. So now we're ready to put our items in. So I can put my water bottle back on. And shortly thereafter, the machine will update. So just keep in mind the machine only updates once every minute. Don't be too impatient. If you're doing multiple bins at a time, I suggest clearing out 4 or 5 bins at a time, waiting for the weight to go down, re-tear it, and then reset up the item weight. So this will change in a second here, but we'll jump right over to the reporting. We've got two different reports. We've got a status report and we've got a reorder report. To receive any report, what you do is you put your email address in, press enter. If you wanted to add a second one, so let's add a second one. We can add a second, a third, a fourth, fifth, however many you like. But you got to make sure that they are as displayed here. To get rid of an email address, you just click on the X symbol and that email address disappears, and we can enter it in again by doing so. Status report will simply get us an overview of what the dashboard currently shows, every single bin location, and the reorder report will only show us bins that are at or below the reorder point, so at or below minimum. The schedule report is exactly the same as the reorder report. However, one difference is that it sets it on a schedule. So this one's set up currently to send out at 6 a.m. on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but by clicking on it, we can select other times or multiple times. We could send this multiple times a day, and we can set it every weekday, for example, whatever we want. Once we hit submit, this will then change the schedule on this particular machine. That's basically it for the dashboard. We'll move on to the profile. This is where you can change your details, you can change your password, you can change your picture by pressing on the various fields and then hitting updates afterwards. In manage sites, you can see all of your sites. So if you had multiple sites, you'll see them all in here. Again, we can change details of a site by clicking on the three buttons and then edit. And this is a familiar view. We've got the different sections here again. We can change the suburb, the state, the postcode, and then hit save to save it all again. You can also upload a CSV file. So if you're changing a stock profile of the entire website, of the entire site, you could upload a CSV file and then bulk change everything that's located in the machine. We'll probably have another video explaining exactly how to create a CSV file. But you can get a sample download over here and then just fill it, but we'll have a separate video talking more about that. If you are a site owner and there are users underneath you, that's where you can see them, but this account is only set up to be a user account itself. If you had a machine as a machine owner, then all of the users attached to that machine can be managed in here. In the settings, we can just simply sort the sites on the dashboard by name or last seen or date created, so whatever you prefer. In the support section, we've got different downloads. We got the machine manuals here. We've got the software downloads, and we've got a few training files. More up-to-date training files will be found down here on the Need Help button. I'll come to that in a second. Down the bottom here, we'll see the dip switch calculator. So if your machine has a problem with one of the bin locations and you need to swap over a circuit board, for example, let's say bin number 45 needs to be swapped over, then you can quite quickly type in 45 here and you get the exact dip switch locations on this one. So you just got to mirror what's displayed here on the board. So more support can be found down the bottom on the Need Help page. If you click on this, it'll open up a little pop-up saying, how can I help? So if I typed in, for example, Wi-Fi, it would then bring us to more articles. So for example, it'll show us how to change Wi-Fi details on the controller. There's a whole lot more technical support in here, and if there's not an article for that, you can always submit a request with us, and this will create a case, and we'll be answering that ASAP. Alright, this concludes the website tutorial. If you got any questions, please contact us. You can also contact us through this and just say, technical support requested, and you'll get right through to us. Thank you.